Hi, I'm Lou Castillo, and I want to thank you for joining me today. Whether you're a wannabe real estate investor or you're a real estate investor who's done a few deals and really want to grow your business, I just want to talk to you today because I'm so excited about my new affordable mentoring program. Now, first of all, real estate investing is an amazing business. It's interesting, it's rewarding, it's very profitable, and it leaves you with plenty of time to be able to enjoy the money that you're making with this. Whereas so many other businesses that you might have become time consuming that you feel like, wow, I'm working full time and more in this business. But with real estate investing, it's not like that at all. My wife, Margie, and I, we started this business 25 years ago. And the reason we started is because we wanted to have a different life for our children. And in just a few short years, we were making part-time real estate investing than we were making full-time in our two corporate positions combined. So we left our jobs and we left to go ahead and focus on real estate investing. And that was back in 1997, and we haven't had a job since. Real estate investing has been our life. And the reason we're able to do that is because real estate investing is high dollar transactions. So you could do just a few transactions in the course of a year and really be making a high six-figure income. And it's not just about the money though. And that's what everybody thinks about, the money, but you get used to the money pretty quick. What it really gives you is time and freedom. Because you're not having to work full time at this, you have this extra time, and that extra time gives you the freedom. When I was working for American Express, I felt like they owned me. I mean, it wasn't unusual for them to call me on a Sunday and tell me that I needed to fly somewhere on Monday morning and be gone for the whole week. And regardless of what I was doing that week at home, too bad, we need you here. And it was long hours, and more hours were piled on as I got increased responsibilities. And I knew I needed to do something else. And that's what real estate investing has done for me. It's given me that freedom of time to do what I want to do. How many of you know this story? You want to take a vacation, but you have to find out where you stand on the seniority list to decide which weeks you can take. And so you have to wait for everybody with more seniority than you to decide whether or not you can take the vacation week that you want to take. How many of you can just decide that next week I want to get away? How many of you can just decide when you get up in the morning that you don't want to go to work that day, that you want to do something else? Well, those are all the things that you can do with real estate investing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to you that you can sit back and just do nothing and you're going to make money, but I'm saying there's a flexibility, a freedom that's associated with being in real estate investing. Now, why should you even want a mentoring program? Why have a mentor? And frankly, real estate investing is not really rocket science at all, but you do need to know what you're doing and how to navigate the nuances, how to also start and grow your business. The goal is to have a very profitable company, yet not be a slave to it. And real estate investing, as I said, has allowed Margie and I to not only leave our jobs, but to have a lot of extra spare time. We were able to be there as the kids were growing up. We were able to take numerous vacations, able to have time to relax. And now with the grandchildren, it's the same thing. We're able to be there with them and do things with our grandchildren. And we never have to ask anyone for permission. And our business is never so demanding that we can't easily break away. And that's what I want to have for you as well. But I have to be honest with you, it wasn't always like that. We struggled for a long time to get the business going, get it to that point. We bought a whole lot of books and tapes and videos and so forth. And what we found is there was a lot of misinformation. But honestly, no matter how good any program is, and it can have a lot of great information in it, it can't possibly cover every nuance. When I write a course for I'm putting together a program, I try to cover as much as I can. And I still know that there's more to cover. But I could go on for 50 hours and still not cover every nuance of real estate investing. So there has to be a better way. Not only that, but when you buy any kind of program, there's a predetermined program with videos and so forth, who do you ask your questions to? And that's what we found when we got started. We go through a program, but then we have our specific questions and there's nobody to ask. And that's where we would get stumped. Maybe you're feeling that way too. So it wasn't until we had a mentor that things really took off for us and we started closing deal after deal. And that's what ultimately allowed us to leave our full-time positions to focus on real estate. And that's when we also realized the value of a mentor and someone who's accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. They've already done it and they can show us how to do it. So our mentors have changed over the years, but we still, even today, still have advisors in our business to help us grow. So maybe you're asking yourself, well, Lou, if you've been so successful in your business, why are you mentoring? Well, the real reason is I want to pass it on. I want to pass on what I've learned. Other people help me, and I want to help you as well. I also enjoy guiding and advising. I find it's a real challenge, but I still have my own business to run. So I don't accept many people into my program. What I consider this is boutique mentoring, not trying to push hundreds of people through the program in a year. I work with a few people and really make them successful. See, I wanted it to be different than a lot of the other programs I see out there. And this allows me to focus on you and give you the attention you deserve because I'm not trying to focus on 100 people at the same time. And I personally believe that if you have a mentor, what you want is the actual person that you've been following and have been watching and learning from to be the person that's going to teach you. Someone who's actually closed deals, not a junior coach that somebody has trained on how to train others. Okay? You want somebody who's had that experience. And I think that if you have a mentor, you want to have some unlimited access to them. Because if you have restricted access, what happens when you have a question and you need it answered right now? You can't wait until your next scheduled call. Maybe that next scheduled call is a week away. Well, that's too late. So to me, you have to be able to access your mentor at any time. If you're working on a deal, it's critical to have timely information. There's no way you can be talking to a motivated seller and say, listen, I'm not going to get with my mentor for about 5 days, so I'll get you an answer then. You need to be answered right away. And I think that mentoring shouldn't be focused on more training. Most people have had plenty of training. What they're looking for now is stepping it up to that next level, really making something happen. And sure, even in my program, I give you a lot of reference videos to watch to teach you the fundamentals and how I do the business. But we're really focused on closing deals. And so we learn by doing. And I think that's the way most people learn is by doing. And I see those aha moments all the time with my clients where they saw something, they learned it in a video, and now they're actually doing it and go, oh, now I get it. Even the other day, I had one of my clients and he was working on a deal. Now, he didn't get this deal, but we went through the exercise. It was the first time he was working on a real house and went through the numbers and figuring it out and so forth. And he had so many aha moments just going through that he said, now I'm better prepared to do more analysis on future deals. I'll be much quicker at it. I'll be much better at it because now I understand it. Now, he had plenty of information before that. He had the training before that, but it wasn't until you actually do it in a live setting that it all starts to make sense. And that's what this is all about. I use an example all the time of learning to surf. You could watch videos for 100 hours on surfing. They could tell you all about the different ways to stand and how to place your body and the different things to do. But until you get out into the ocean and until you get up on that surfboard, you're never going to learn how to surf. You learn to surf by doing it. You can hear all the fundamentals and so forth. Even when they have you on the dry beach and you're sitting on the surfboard and they teach you how to stand up and they teach you how to paddle, it's different than when you get in the water and a wave's coming. It's that feeling what you're doing. That's what's going to make the difference. And so I believe that the way you really learn is by doing. And so this program is completely tailored to learning. And it's based on where you're at in your business right now. It's tailored to your needs based on what you're doing. We don't follow some curriculum blindly. Obviously, I have a process that I go through, but I look at where you're at right now and I make sure that I adapt to where you are and what it is that you need right now. And in the end, there's only one reason that you work with a mentor, and that's to make money. It's not to learn more. It's not so because you want to find out and be an expert on real estate investing. It's because you want to make money. You're not looking to have a degree in real estate investing. You want to make money with it. So that's why the focus is on finding and closing deals. Whether that's a wholesale deal, a fix and flip, or we're just trying to add more to your rental portfolio. But the idea is let's find and close deals. Now, since I can only accept a few new clients at a time, I'm very selective. I don't care if you don't have any experience because that's what I do for you as a mentor. What I'm looking for is passion and drive. People who have made that decision and are committed to changing their lives. And they want to do that through real estate investing. It's not something you said, well, I'm going to try it and see how it works. Hopefully I'm going to make $1 million in the next 30 days. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who are saying, no, this is it. I'm going to do this and I'm going to put in whatever effort I need to make this work. Now, frankly, you do have to have some financial resources. This is a business and you can't operate a business if you don't have any financial resources. I mean, I've had people contact me who can't even afford enough for a nice dinner in the course of a month. Well, how are you going to start a business if you don't have enough money? What you have to do is get your financial house in order first. Now, you don't have to have a large sum of money to be able to get started in this business. That's what's so wonderful about real estate investing. It's a low upfront cost with high dollar transactions. So essentially, you can get your money back in the first deal or two and be completely zeroed out. They say most businesses, you're going to have to work 3 to 5 years to break even. I'm not talking about being profitable, I'm talking about breaking even. In this business, you could literally be breaking even on your first deal. And that's what makes the difference. Now, let's talk about the cost of this program. Now, most mentoring programs I'll tell you, cost somewhere between $25,000 and $50,000 a year. And they're all paid upfront when you begin. Now, that may sound like a lot, but I want you to consider something. I want to consider, first of all, the amount of time that they put into teaching you. I want you to consider about the experience and the trial and error they've had and giving you all that experience wrapped up in a bow so that you now can just implement, and the value of that information as it translates into deals. Because you can start doing these high dollar transaction deals, you can make a significant amount of money in a relatively short period of time by having the right information and being able to implement that information. So when you consider all of that, $25,000 to $50,000 a year is not really a high amount. It's a reasonable amount for mentoring. Unfortunately, what I've found is that there's plenty of passionate, driven, committed people with reasonable financial resources that still cannot afford to fork out that kind of cash. But they still need the guidance and advice to be able to grow. And so that's why I've developed my unique concept of affordable mentoring. Now, don't get me wrong. In the spirit of full disclosure, I still charge a substantial amount for the amount of time and advice and guidance that I provide from my 25 plus years of experience. My fee for the year is $25,000. But what I do different to make it more affordable to most people is that instead of paying that $25,000 up front, I only require a $3,000 enrollment fee to get started. The balance of that is all paid from your profits as you earn them. We're like partners on the deals. We work together to find them, we assess them together, and we get them closed. And as you profit from a deal, then we split the proceeds like any partnership, and we do that 75-25. You keep 75% of the proceeds, and I take 25%. And you don't owe me an additional penny until you start making money. Remember what I said, mentoring is there to help you make money. So I feel I shouldn't really be getting paid a lot until you're making money. And that's how we work at this. If you don't make money, I don't make money. Now, this is the way you know that I'm totally invested in your success. If you paid up front, what's the incentive to make sure that you're closing deals? In this way, I only make money when you do. So you know I'm going to be pushing you. It's like a built-in guarantee. Now, who's going to be accepted into this program? Because I said I only accept a few people at a time into the program. And since I only make money when you make money, I have to be selective of who I accept into the program. I can't just work with anyone. I'm looking for people that are committed to doing this. I'm not looking for people who are pie in the sky, where they do absolutely nothing and money somehow just pours into their bank account. The people that think that they can join a program and 30 days later they're going to be a millionaire. That's not what this is, and that's not what this is. I'm looking for passionate, driven, committed people who are going to follow my lead and close deals so that we both make money together. What's important to me is your why that you're doing this. It can't just be about the money. There has to be something else that's a deeper reason that drives you. For me and my wife, when we got started, it was about having that time for our children, to be there for them, to attend their sports and dance events, to be home when they came home, to create family memories on vacation. That's what we were looking to do. And our real estate investing did that for us. Now, you can reach your why as well, as long as you're committed to it. As long as you know what your why is and you're committed to getting there, you'll do it. But if you don't have a strong enough commitment to it, then the slightest little obstacle is going to derail you. And that's why I'm so insistent on understanding what's driving you to want to do this business. Like I said, if it's money, it's just not a strong enough motivator. Now, if you're interested in doing this, count on spending about 3 to 8 hours a week to get started. More as we start closing more and more deals. And be ready to invest some of your profits back into the business by way of marketing. That's the only way to have continued growth in this business, is to keep putting money back into your marketing. And I want you to stay in constant communication with me, because the more I know about what's going on in your business, the more I can help and guide you. Now, if you're interested in doing this, here's all you need to do, and it's very simple. Just send me an email. So send it to lou@investorriches.com. Again, that's lou@investorriches.com. In the email, tell me your name and phone number and some of the best days and times for me to be able to reach you. Tell me your why. What makes you so passionate and committed to this business? And then let me know that you understand the $3,000 upfront enrollment fee and that you have it. And for me, this is really a non-negotiable. The $3,000 is non-negotiable for several reasons. First of all, it lets me know that you are committed. I've given away scholarships before and let people join for free, and it never works out, because if you don't have something invested, you don't value it. And when people have some money invested up front, they tend to value the information. Number two, I'm taking time away from my business, and I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into you up front. And it's going to be a little bit before you close on a deal. And so I need to make sure I have a little bit of compensation to make up for that time that I'm losing. And be honest with you, just to lay my cards on the table, if you can't invest $3,000 into your business, maybe this isn't the right time for you to be in business. Maybe you need to go back and start putting together some money before you're getting into something like this, because you need to be able to have some funds, some financial resources to be able to invest in your business and to get it going. Now, what I can do for you, if you don't have the $3,000, is I can split your payment across several different credit cards, because sometimes people don't have a $3,000 balance left on one card, but they might have it on several cards. Or for a slightly higher fee, I can split your payments into two $1,600 payments over a couple months. Now, once I receive your email that you're interested, either my wife Margie or I will call and set up a convenient phone appointment for us to talk and get to know each other. Now, this is a no pressure meeting. I just want to see if we're a good match for each other. If it's not right, I'm not going to pressure you into joining, because then neither one of us is going to make money anyway. Now, if at the end of the meeting we both feel that we're a good match, then we'll get you enrolled and get started working together right away. You'll immediately realize that you have someone in your corner to help you every step of the way. We'll be partners, and you'll be able to contact me as much as you need. We'll talk about where you are right now, where you want to go, and we'll devise a plan of action to get you there. And before long, you'll be closing deals and profiting very well. Let me tell you about 3 of my former students. Gary, he was an IT manager. Now, when he came to me, he had just lost his job. and he had some money tucked away to be able to survive. But he said to me, Lou, be really honest with me here. Is this thing going to work? And I told him, yeah. And he said, Lou, it's not about the money. It's about time. And here's what I mean by that. I can't afford to waste a lot of time doing this and find out it's not going to work. I need to be involved in something that's going to be able to replace my salary. So I told him this would work as long as he followed my instructions. Now, month 1, month 2, he didn't make any money. And of course, he got very nervous by that. But I told him to stick with it. Keep doing the things that I'm telling him to do and that he was already doing. And all of a sudden, in month 3, he got a small deal. In month 4, he got a couple of mid-sized deals. And then all of a sudden, they started coming in. Well, by the end of the year, he had made more in the short period of time than he had made in his full time as an IT manager. So that was his success story. Gordon was a private school coach, and now he makes as much in one deal as he used to make all year before. So he's thrilled by this. If we look at Jen, he made over $40,000 on his very first fix and flip deal using other people's money. And that's the key here. It's not about you having to come up with all the money. I'll show you how you use other people's money to fund 100% of the cost of the project. That's purchase plus rehab plus all your miscellaneous costs. Now, I can't guarantee that you'll get the same results. That's up to you and the effort that you put into this. But I can tell you that I'll be pushing you because we're partners and we make money together. So don't forget, do it now. Send me an email to lou@investorriches.com. Be sure to include your name, your phone number, and the best days and times to call you. Include the why, what's driving you, what's your passion, what is it you're trying to achieve. We all want to achieve a lot of money. I get that. I already know that. What I really want to know is what's the stronger reason that you have in your life to wanting to do this. And then don't forget to let me know that you have the $3,000 and you understand the upfront enrollment fee. And that's it. And then we'll get together and we'll start closing deals. I look forward to talking to you.